Welcome to the channel. Today we'll be discussing escalating production incidents to Tier 3. In my previous video, we had discussed about Tier 2 and what are the capabilities in the Tier 2 organization, what can the Tier 2 analysts do, steps they take to resolve the incident, and when everything they have tried cannot resolve an incident, it comes to Tier 3. Now they are the top of the analyst hierarchy, right? They are highly experienced professionals employing advanced skill sets to support tier 2 analyst responses. And they'll work to resolve complex issues. These analysts are both expensive and hard to find, forcing many organizations to also outsource complex tier 3 work. And not to forget, they're the last tier before escalating to like architects or the developers of the system. So they when something gets escalated to tier 3, that's really big. Now what are they capable of doing? So they can do all of the things that the tier 2 can do, right? Which was investigating, mitigating, as in putting some workaround, temporary solutions, patches, fixing, right? And performing postmortems of an incident. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the fixing part today. When you talk about fixing, now tier 3 is different than tier 2. They have a lot more, like I said to you, experience, skills, and they can fix the system almost as good as an architect. And sometimes they are architects, they're developers. So let's look at those characteristics of a tier 3 analyst. Number one, they love and understand production systems. You cannot be a tier 3 analyst if you fear production, if you fear production data, if you fear production logs, if you fear the user, right? This job's not for you then. You have to love and understand production. You have to be highly experienced. That's why I was talking to you about earlier, that they could be experienced architects, developers who are in this role. They come to work in the tier 3 team because they love production. They love to see and resolve problems that users are having. Important characteristics, they're very highly compensated. You can understand why, because they are the last tier who can solve production problems. Ultimately, all the software development work you do in the world, if it doesn't go to the user and the user doesn't benefit, the company doesn't earn millions and billions of dollars in revenue from that software, it's of no use. So these guys are highly paid. They're highly sought after within a company, outside of their companies. Again, like I said, because very few IT people, feel comfortable in a production world. And the ones who do, they are the real tough guys, tough people. Uh, they enjoy this. There's a true love, in my opinion. Again, like I said, they access production data, they access production systems. That's not for the weak-hearted. They are acutely aware of development processes and source code. They're not people who just analyzing problems. They understand the systems. They understand the source code. They understand what development processes are occurring. So they are practically, like I said to you, developers, architects who are just in a unique role, very unique role. And there's very few of these within an organization. And again, like I said, they're highly compensated, they're highly sought after. I just cannot emphasize enough. Very important point. They maintain excellent relations with different parts of the organization, whether it is the release teams, whether it is the monitoring organizations, whether it is the development organizations, whether it is the business owners, the product owners, because everyone is looking to them to ensure the systems are running and they're running accurately and they're looking for their feedback. And these folks maintain excellent relations across the organization heads. So, I cannot say enough about the role of a tier three analyst and the tier three organization in a company. And they really are the last frontier, if you want to call it that, before systems and hell breaks loose at organization. So if you don't have a good tier three practice, I feel you will be in production hell, like Elon Musk says. And if you have an excellent tier three organization, guess what? You will feel as if you never have production problems. And it's not because you don't, it's because they are fighting for you day in and day out. So again, with that, I would like to end today's video. The next video is going to be around production incidents and specifically around postmortems around them. So again, do subscribe to my channel. Looking forward to you joining me in the next video. Thank you.